Today, let's prepare some pickled cucumbers for winter. No horseradish needed, no sterilization required. I will share with you the method for making the crispiest pickled cucumbers. I will also show you how to accurately calculate the ingredients according to the size of your jar. So simple that anyone can succeed on their first try. These cucumbers can be easily stored in an apartment. Very convenient. Let's get started. The first and most important step is choosing cucumbers. If possible, it's best to buy them from a reliable farmer or at the market if you don't have your own garden. Only choose the best cucumbers. No bruises, no damage. Even if you cut off the damaged parts, they won't keep long. In fact, flawed cucumbers can spoil and won't last even a week. Also, don't use cucumbers for salads, as they quickly become soft and lose their flavor. All cucumbers must be thoroughly washed. Add some salt to a bowl. Then add baking soda. Pour in enough water to cover the cucumbers. Stir well to dissolve the salt and baking soda. Now, soak the cucumbers for 5 minutes. After soaking, use your hands or a new sponge to scrub the cucumber skin. It is very important to remove the white protective film, and you must do this carefully. Of course, not all cucumbers have this film, but they still need to be properly washed. Salt acts as a disinfectant and antibacterial agent, helping to remove microorganisms and insect eggs from the cucumber peel. Baking soda softens dirt, making it easier to clean. It also removes acidic pesticide residue from the surface. Combining salt and baking soda creates a deep cleaning effect. Any harmful microorganisms must be removed. You will notice the water turns cloudy and full of sediment, which is evidence of how effective this cleaning method is. Next, change the water to rinse off the salt and baking soda. You can wash them under running water or in a basin, but always rinse thoroughly afterward. Rinse the cucumbers and place them in a basin or pot. Now add cold water to soak the washed cucumbers. It is important to wash them first and then soak them, not the other way around. Why do we do this? Soaking cucumbers in water before pickling helps remove the sticky sap, keeps them crisp longer, and gives them a richer flavor after pickling. Soaking in ice-cold water also helps maintain crispness. One thing to note, always use food-safe water for pickling. If your water contains a lot of chlorine, filter it first. And remember, the water must be cold. Regarding soaking time, 1 to 2 hours is sufficient. The fresher the cucumbers when harvested, the longer they need to be soaked. While the cucumbers are pickling, prepare 2 glass jars. This is another very important step. Add 2 tablespoons of baking soda to a bowl of water and stir well to dissolve. Using a fresh cloth, gently wipe the inside and outside of the jars to remove any dirt or residue. Why use baking soda instead of regular detergent? Because baking soda is non-toxic and food-safe, ensuring no harmful chemicals remain that could affect the pickles. Besides cleaning as effectively as detergent, it also absorbs odors and removes any unpleasant smells that may linger in the jars. Furthermore, its small particles act as a gentle abrasive, cleaning the surface without scratching the glass. Cucumbers are very susceptible to spoilage if the jars are not properly prepared. Even with brand new glass jars, I always recommend rinsing them thoroughly. Next, sterilize the jars. You can do this in an oven, microwave, or by steam. Here, I sterilized the jars by steam for 10 minutes. At the same time, I boiled the lids for 3 minutes. The jars may have screw-on or twist-off lids, but the preparation method is the same for both types. Many people wonder, why sterilize the jars if the cucumbers aren't sterilized afterward? The reason is that it's not always possible to completely clean glass jars, and if not properly sterilized, the cucumbers will spoil. Cucumbers can have bacteria removed by rinsing them again, but unsterilized glass jars will never be as clean as sterilized jars. After sterilization, the jars should be sealed immediately with the sterilized lids. Besides cucumbers, we also need to prepare a few accompanying ingredients. This step is equally important. Dill leaves. You can even use dill flowers. Just washing with water isn't enough. We need to remove all microorganisms by pouring boiling water over the dill and letting it sit for a minute. Now, wash the bay leaves with water. Where are you watching from? Let me know in the comments. Then put them in a bowl and pour boiling water over them for a minute. Prepare the garlic by peeling and washing it. Take a few bell peppers. They must be intact, not bruised or rotten. To preserve cucumbers for a long time, it's important to use the best quality vegetables and herbs. This isn't a salad where you just cut off the spoiled parts and throw them away. Remove the seeds. Remove the seeds from the bell peppers. Then cut the peppers in half and slice them into small pieces. After slicing, place them on a plate. If you like spicy food, prepare some chili peppers. You will also need black pepper. No need to wash the pepper. After the cucumbers have soaked for the required time, remember, the longer the cucumbers have been harvested, the longer they need to be soaked, possibly up to 2 hours. But don't soak them in water for too long. Take them out and let them drain. Now, cut off both ends of each cucumber to remove any remaining soil. Make sure the cucumbers are fully cooked before putting them in the jar. For each 1-liter jar, prepare the following ingredients. At the bottom of the jar, add 1 sprig of dill, 1 clove of garlic or 2 small cloves, 1 bay leaf, 4 slices of bell pepper. Optionally, add a chili pepper if you like spicy food. Add 5 to 7 black peppercorns. Next, arrange the cucumbers. The first layer, arrange the cucumbers vertically. A 1-liter jar holds approximately 500 grams of cucumbers, depending on their size. The next layer can be arranged horizontally. Their natural curves make it easier to arrange the cucumbers. If the cucumbers are large, you can cut them in half or thirds, or even add tomatoes if desired. Once the jars are full, add a sprig of dill on top. Now, pour boiling water into each jar. Then, close the lids. This step helps warm the cucumbers before adding the marinade. If the cucumbers are not warmed thoroughly, the lids may bulge. Let stand for 15 minutes. After this time, the jars will be slightly warm. Next, open the lids and pour the water back into the pot. Bring the water back to a boil as quickly as possible so the cucumbers don't cool down. Watch the water bubble. Now pour the boiling water back over the cucumbers. Cover the jar tightly and let it sit for another 15 to 20 minutes. With this method, you can also make pickled tomatoes, but only fill them once, as tomatoes are softer than cucumbers and ripen faster. Now let's prepare the pickling liquid. For a 1-liter jar, you need 500 milliliters of water, half a tablespoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon of sugar. In grams, that's 25 grams of salt and 18 grams of sugar. This amount of sugar won't make the cucumbers sweet. It's important to remember that the pickling liquid is measured by the volume of water, not by the number of jars. That means you don't add the salt and sugar directly to the jar. The water with salt and sugar must be boiled separately. I recommend not using the pickling liquid immediately. Let it sit for a while after boiling. If the salt contains impurities, they will settle to the bottom. Many people prefer to prepare the pickling brine using the water poured out of the jar, but I discard it. This way, the flavor will be more intense, and the brine will be clear. Now, pour the boiling brine with salt and sugar into the jars for the third time. Fill the jars to the brim, leaving a little space for the vinegar. Seal the jars immediately, and you can tighten the lids. The brine will soak into the cucumbers soon after. When the cucumbers begin to cool, prepare 70% vinegar. Pour it into a small bowl. Add 2.5 milliliters of vinegar to each jar. If you are using 9% vinegar, add 50 milliliters to each jar. Then, seal the lids tightly. If you have a lid sealer, that's even better. It ensures the lids are completely indented and airtight. Remember to turn the jars upside down, and always do this away from people. If the lids aren't properly sealed, they can pop open and cause injury. It's very important to check that the lids are airtight and that no air can get in. If air gets in, bacteria will grow, and your cucumbers won't last long. In this upside-down position, wrap the jars in a warm blanket and leave them until they cool completely. When cucumbers come into contact with vinegar, their color will change from bright green to olive. They will still be warm at first, then slowly cool down. You can leave them upside down for a day or two before turning them right side up. Store them in a cool, dark place, away from sunlight and heaters. Processed this way, cucumbers will retain their perfect freshness in an apartment, as long as you follow all the recommendations. So, don't hesitate. Try and stock up on cucumbers for the upcoming winter. You'll love them because they're crispy and delicious. Many people even enjoy drinking all the pickling liquid, and the garlic and chili peppers taste great too. If you have any other tips or tricks, please share them so everyone can learn. I'd love to hear your feedback. The video ends here. If you have any comments, please leave them below. If you enjoyed the video, please hit like. Don't forget to share this video with your family and friends. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support. Goodbye. See you in the next video.